Dude, relax, man. What is your problem?
I'm sick of you, man.
What is your problem, dude?
Relax. Dude.
Relax.
Man, you ain't even
Relax.
let me talk. You ain't even let me
I'm about to pepper spray you. Relax.
Pepper spray me. You about all that, aren't you?
Welcome back to Advocacy Alchemy with Professor Ross. Today we have a good one, guys. We're diving into a body cam incident out of Columbia County, Florida, where a 19-year-old man named Sean finds himself face to face with the law after neighbors report he was shooting a pellet gun at their dog. What begins as a conversation quickly spirals into detainment, pepper spray threats, and a courtroom-bound lesson on resisting arrest and disorderly conduct. But here's what makes it more than just your average arrest. There's real tension between perception and law. Was this a case of non-compliance, emotion, miscommunication, maybe a bit of all three? Stick around because we're going to walk through the footage, apply the law, and see how evidentiary standards and your intuition play a role in understanding all these moments. With that, let's jump in.
Hey, just stay right there for me.
Yeah, I'll stay right here.
Dude, first of all, I'm going to ask you to calm down. Because if you're getting hot and bothered,
I'm calm.
listen to me.
I'm listening to
You getting hot and bothered walking at me with that attitude, that ain't gonna get you, listen to me. That ain't gonna get you nothing but trouble, I'm telling you. You got your driver's license with you?
You're good here, you're good.
You got your ID? Stay right here for me.
Oh, okay, my bad.
You got your ID with you?
Yes, I have my ID, and you know exactly who I am. You're trying to get me arrested.
Dude, if I were to put you in jail, you'd be in jail.
Yeah,
okay.
Why do you keep telling my brother things, man?
Listen to you. I'm going to tell you what I told your brother. Is I've got 4 or 5 neighbors on the street saying that they saw you shooting that dog with a pellet gun.
Nobody saw me shoot the dog.
Time out, Chief. Time out. First of all, you're shooting that dog with a pellet gun is actually animal cruelty, which is a felony. Okay.
Where's your proof?
Dude, I can come over here and investigate a crime. That's what I'm doing.
Where's your proof?
I'm not going to sit and argue with you. I am not going to sit and argue with you. But if you're going to start a fight with the neighbors, then I will put you in jail.
Start a fight?
Dude, turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Dude, if you don't relax.
Am I getting arrested here, man?
If you don't relax.
You are arresting me here. All right.
Put your hands behind your back.
Man, what the
Listen to me.
slick bitch.
You better be relaxing, dude. Don't stand behind me. Don't stand behind me. You better relax.
Man. Get the f***ing cuffs on me already, nigga.
Hey, 30 whiskey mic
you're throwing my life away right now. I got a job. I got car payments. I ain't done shit. I try and take care of my brothers. I try and help my mom.
Dude,
and you're
relax.
over here arresting me for nothing.
If you don't relax,
you
not arrested, being detained. Understand that?
I literally got hit.
Relax.
I got hit, and you're arresting me.
Relax.
You're arresting me for getting hit.
You're being detained. Relax. You're not arrested, being detained.
Ass nigga, man. Shut your bitch ass up, man.
Relax.
Shut your fuck ass up, man.
Spread the legs for me.
I got a respect for cops.
Spread the legs.
You're
Spread
a
legs.
piece of shit, man.
What you got right there?
That's my phone. I got a phone, I got keys, and I got a wallet. You need anything else?
Dude,
ass nigga.
Dude, relax, man. What is your problem?
I'm sick of you, man.
What is your problem, dude?
Relax. Dude.
Relax.
Man, you ain't even
Relax.
let me talk. You ain't even let me
I'm about to pepper spray you.
You
relax.
Pepper spray me. You about all that, aren't you? Have your power trip.
I'm going to tell you one more time to relax. I'm going to pepper spray you.
I'm literally relaxed.
You relax, I'm going to pepper spray you.
I'm literally relaxed. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm standing here, not moving.
Hey, 30, come in.
And you're the one tightening my f***ing cuff, threatening to pepper spray me, threatening to taser me, even though I'm the one that got pushed. I'm the one who got hit. I'm the one who called the cops. But thank you, man. You're a real good cop, man.
Got one who's a little 10-8. He's in a pair of handcuffs.
Can I call my job? Because I got work today, and I got to call out.
10-4, I got one detained right now. Slightly 10-8.
Slightly 10-8, my ass. Fuck ass pussy. Bald ass bitch.
Just give you a heads up.
Heads up for what?
Everything's being recorded. You anything you poke me, stick me, anything like that?
No, sir. I ain't got nothing. In my knowledge, I shouldn't have.
Right here?
That might be a nice. I don't know. I think I got one. Is it? Yeah, that's my knife. My bad.
Anything else?
I got a phone or something.
What do you got right here?
My keys right here on my left.
What's in there?
I'm not sure. You can check. Oh, lighter. And I got keys right here.
Nothing gonna poke me, stick me, cut me, anything like that?
Shouldn't be.
Alright.
Yet again, now that we're calm, can I please call my job?
Yep, give me a second.
Am I being detained? Am I being arrested?
You are being detained.
What do you mean by detained?
Right now, you're not under arrest. You're being detained for resisting without violence. Have you a seat for me,
Resisting
please?
without violence?
Yep.
What violence did I show?
Sir?
What violence did I show? What aggressive
Resisting
action?
without violence. Because I told you 3-4 times to calm down and you come at me, threw your hands up. That's resisting without violence.
Resisting.
Okay. That's between you and your attorney.
Attorney?
Yep.
Why do I need an attorney? Man.
Right now, you're being detained. You understand that?
You're turning this into something it don't need to be, man.
Alright. Just relax, remember.
You're turning this into
Don't eat MREs. Put your foot in for me.
Shut your dumb ass up.
Dude, put your leg in. Now you're under arrest.
Why?
Put your leg in
Why
there.
the f am I under arrest?
Put your leg in there, dude.
Pussy ass nigga, bro.
Put your leg in there.
I'm in there.
Do it one more time. I will spray you. You understand me?
Why are you having the power
One more time
here?
and I will spray you.
Oh my god, bro.
Relax.
Bro, like, I can't believe it.
Kick it again. See if I won't spray you. Kick that door one more time. Kick that door one more time.
Please just go away.
Kick it one more time and I'm going to spray you. You understand me? Okay, before I got him kicking,
I'm not.
about to administer pepper spray. Kick it one more time. Kick it one more time, dude. My best advice, you might want to calm down. Can I?
May I please call my job? May I please call my job?
That's simple.
May I please call my job? What am I getting arrested for?
Hey, can you write a witness statement?
Yeah. Oh my God! Of all people you asked to write a witness statement, you're gonna ask the one that's gonna kill me. No! No! Oh my God!
So I'm in the office. Apparently a neighbor called and said that they were fighting. So I get out of here. He's going in his house. He's coming in the house. Well, he sees me, pulls up. Him and this guy come running at me. He comes running up the car, flinging his hands up to put his arms down and all that. He gets hostile. Says he's been shooting dogs with pellet guns. Yeah. So he accused me of shooting pellet. I said, dude, I've got 4 or 5 people, witnesses that you're shooting dogs with pellet guns. But I haven't come into. So apparently, that's when he become 10-8, threw his hands up and all that. And that's where we're at.
Pepper spray?
No.
Not yet?
No. I told him he kicks that door one more time, he's going to get sprayed. This is the supervisor one you can talk to.
Let's take a closer look at the charges in this case and the Florida statutes behind them. First up, we have resisting an officer without violence. This is found under the Florida statute, section 843.02. This law makes it a crime to resist, obstruct, or oppose a law enforcement officer who's performing their legal duty, and this is all done without using any violence. The key word here is nonviolent resistance. That can include things like refusing to follow commands, pulling away, or creating unnecessary tension during a lawful detention. It's a first-degree misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year in jail, 1 year of probation, and a fine of up to $1,000. In Sean's case, officers gave multiple commands to calm down and put his hands behind his back. He raised his voice, he threw his hands in the air, he walked aggressively toward the officer, and eventually he began kicking the patrol car door. The officer told him he was being detained, not arrested, and noted that his behavior was the reason for the resisting charge. Next, we have disorderly conduct under Florida Statute Section 877.03. This statute is often referred to as a catch-all for disruptive behavior. It prohibits acts that corrupt public morals, outrage public decency, and affect the peace and quiet of others, or involves brawling or fighting. It's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in jail, 6 months of probation, and a fine of up to $500. In this incident, Sean repeatedly used profanity. He insulted the officer. He made racial slurs and continued yelling while in the public view. Whether or not he was intoxicated, the officer observed behavior that disrupted the peace and affected the surrounding environment. It's pretty much textbook disorderly conduct under Florida law. So again, we see how conduct that may start as emotional venting can quickly cross into criminal behavior when you have these two statutes in play. Now, let's walk through the 6 levels of evidentiary standards. These levels, they act as our scale for how much proof is required at the different stages. And we're going to apply each of these levels to this case. First, we have mere suspicion. This is the weakest level, and it's just a hunch or gut feeling that something isn't right. Here, officers responded to neighbor complaints about Sean allegedly shooting a pellet gun at a dog. That initial call created mere suspicion, enough to justify checking things out, but not enough to really act. Number 2, reasonable suspicion. Now, this is more than a hunch, and it requires specific articulable facts suggesting a person might be involved in criminal activity. When the officer learned that 4 to 5 neighbors allegedly saw Sean shoot the dog with a pellet gun, and Sean met the police with immediate agitation and non-compliance, reasonable suspicion is clearly met here. Number 3, probable cause. This means there's enough facts to believe that the suspect likely committed a crime. This is the level required to arrest someone or to go obtain a search warrant. When Sean refused repeated commands, when he raised his voice, he kicked the patrol car, the officer had probable cause to detain him for resisting without violence and disorderly conduct. Number 4, preponderance of the evidence. This is a standard used in civil cases. It means more likely than not. In order to win a case at this standard, you need to have about 51% of the evidence pointing in your favor. Now, if this was a civil claim, maybe even a dispute between neighbors over the pellet gun incident, the officer's testimony and multiple witness statements would likely satisfy this standard. Number 5, clear and convincing evidence. This is used in some civil and administrative hearings. It means that there is a high likelihood that the claim is true. These claims require evidence to be highly probable and credible. In order to win a case at this level, we usually say it takes about 75% of the evidence pointing to your claim being true. Here, the case hinged on proving Sean's behavior was not just annoying, but truly endangered the public peace. Clear and convincing evidence might come into play, especially for internal police reviews, or if there were some sort of board he had to go in front of, say for instance a school conduct board. And I don't know, I think Sean was out of school and no longer in high school or anything like that. But clear and convincing evidence comes into play in administrative hearings, fraud cases, and child custody cases. Finally, number 6, beyond a reasonable doubt. This is the gold standard. It's used in every criminal case. And it simply means that there is no reasonable alternative besides the defendant being guilty of the crime. To convict Sean, the prosecution must show that he resisted without violence or caused a public disturbance beyond a reasonable doubt. Here they had the footage of him yelling, footage of him kicking the police door once he was put inside the car, him ignoring commands, and all those could be used to try to convince a jury that he should be found guilty of disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. So finally, let's ask ourselves, which levels do you see at play here? and which ones do you think a jury could honestly, easily find from the footage we have? Now, let's take our seats in the jury box. This is a case that if it went to trial, you'd be asked to weigh the evidence, the demeanor, and the intent of the defendant. Let's start with some big questions first. Do you think that Sean was truly resisting, or was he reacting emotionally to what he believed was some unjust accusations? He repeatedly asked, "What am I being arrested for?" And remember, he talked about a job that he needed to get to. And he even attempted to call the officer out for harassment. So we have to ask ourselves, was this the tone of voice of a man who's resisting? Or was he a person simply trying to understand what's happening? Next, did the officer escalate too quickly, or was he simply maintaining control? The officer gave several commands to relax. He warned of pepper spray, and he clearly communicated that Sean was being detained, not arrested. Was there enough here to justify the tone and threats of force? Let's take a moment and look closer at what was actually happening here. So, do you take the actions of raising hands, yelling, and kicking a door? Does that meet your definition of disorderly conduct or resisting? Was he trying to defy the officer, or was he venting frustration during a high-pressure moment? How do you feel about the neighbor's statement that they saw Sean shoot the dog? Would you be okay with just that person's testimony, or would you need more evidence? And one last thing, let's talk about your intuition. What does your gut tell you about this whole situation? Was there a moment that made you shift your opinion from sympathy to concern, or vice versa? Would you vote guilty or not guilty when we're talking about Sean? So, what did we learn from Sean's encounter in Columbia County? We learned that compliance matters. Even when emotions are high and the situation feels unfair, what began as a response to a neighborhood dispute turned into 2 criminal charges, simply because tempers flared and commands were ignored. We saw how officers must balance investigation with de-escalation, and how quickly a suspect's behavior can tip the scales toward arrest, even if they weren't the original aggressor. We also saw the importance of understanding the law, especially terms like resisting without violence and disorderly conduct. These aren't just legal labels, they represent specific behaviors. And in today's world, they can easily appear in situations involving young people, mental health, or emotional distress. And we can't forget the role of your intuition. It's not only the inner alert system that helps us detect danger, it also can help us when we need to make crucial decisions. So what's the real lesson? It's probably learning to listen to your intuition, but don't let it override clear communication or lawful behavior. Do you think Sean should have been arrested? What level of evidence do you believe was present here? If you were in Sean's shoes, what would you have done differently? How about if you were in the officer's shoes? Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We're here daily with more breakdowns of body cam footages like this. Remember, this is Advocacy Alchemy, and I am Professor Ross. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe out there, and everyone have a good day.